Alright, 7th graders, today we're talking about theoretical probability, and your essential questions are, can you find a theoretical probability? Your first question is, what is a theoretical probability? And it's just the ratio of favorable outcomes to the number of possible outcomes. This is what should happen when you're thinking about probability. And so there are 3 ways to write a ratio, you'll remember. The way that we're going to express these ratios is with the fraction bar. So if it's favorable, how many favorable over how many possible. Alright, so you randomly choose one letter from the word explore. What is the theoretical probability of choosing a vowel? Well, there are 1, 2, 3 vowels. So that's the favorable outcomes. Out of the possible outcomes, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters. So the theoretical probability of choosing a vowel is 3/7. The theoretical probability of choosing an X, so that would be 1x out of 7 possible letters. The theoretical probability that you randomly choose a green marble from a bag is 3/8. There are 40 marbles in the bag. How many would be green? So if the theoretical probability is out of every 3 out of 8 marbles you choose would be 8, and there's 40 marbles in the bag, well, there would be 5 groups of 8 to make it to 40, right? So if there are 5 groups of 3 that are green, we would have 15 green. And that would be our answer. Alright, the theoretical probability that you spin an odd number on a spinner is 6/10. The spinner has 10 sections. How many sections have odd numbers? So 6/10, they wrote our probability as a decimal. I would take that and rewrite it as a fraction. It'll make more sense. So 0.6 or 6/10 is 6/10. And the spinner, if it has 10 sections, how many sections would have odd numbers? 6 sections. That one was easy. We didn't have to multiply or anything. Alright, the next thing we're going to talk about is fairness. And what does fair mean? It means that all possible outcomes are equally likely. So a fair spinner, if we were talking about this spinner, a fair spinner has sections on the spinner that are the exact same. So if we had a spinner like this, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all equally likely. If we have a spinner like this, this is not fair. Because all of the sections are not equally likely. This one is fair because all of the sections are the exact same, so they're all equally likely. Turn your paper over. You and a friend play a game. Is the spinner fair? So that's our first question. Is the spinner fair? Well, are all the sections equally likely? There's green, blue, red, green, blue, red. So all of the sections of the spinner look the same. So the answer to A is yes. Part B, is the game fair? Okay, so we have to read the rules. You get 1 point when the spinner lands on blue or green. So that would be 4 out of 6 sections. Your friend gets 1 point when the spinner lands on red. So that would be 2 out of 6 sections. The first person to get 10 points wins. Obviously, no, the game is not fair. Your probability of winning is 4/6. Their probability of winning is 2/6. And then part C, predict the number of turns it will take you to win. So if the probability of winning is 4/6 and you have to get to 10 points, that's not 10 total spins, that's 10 points. So we want to know how many total spins you have to make. Well, 4/6 reduces to 2/3. And to get from 2 to 10, we would multiply by 5. So 3 times 5 would be 15 spins. Alright, next question. What if you get 1 point when the spinner lands on blue or green, and your friend gets 1 point when the spinner lands on red or blue? The first person to get 5 points is the winner. Is the game fair? So the probability of landing on blue or green, again, would be 4 out of 6. And the probability of landing on red or blue would be 4 out of 6. So the theoretical probability for each person is the same, so yes, the game is fair. For each spinner, find the probability of landing on each number. Well, there's only one spinner here, but the probability of landing on each number. So if we know section 1 is a 60-degree section, that's 60 out of 360. So the probability would be 1/6 chance landing on that section. Go ahead and find the probability of landing on the rest of the sections. A lot of them you can figure out just by using your big math brains. Okay? Finish that up for homework, and we will practice theoretical probability in class tomorrow. Have a great night.